what motivated me to write this book? Um, I have, for the last 20 years or so, been sharing life with three other couples, Shelly and I, with three other couples. And really, we're a very tight group. We just love each other. We're kind of like family. And once in a while in this group, I like to talk about what I like to talk about. I mean, we talk about everything. We do a lot of different things. But I'm just not that into sports and not into the stock market, not into the stuff that people usually talk about. I like to talk about theology. I also like to talk about science sometimes and about logic. These are passions of mine. I'm not a scientist, but I read a lot of science. I find it fascinating. And so at one point I was trying to describe some of the things about, like with quantum physics, or there's this thing called non-equilibrium thermodynamics, or complexity theory and chaos theory and relativity theory, and how they interface with open view of the future, something that I am a strong proponent of. And some of the group was just saying, "Listen, what you're speaking in tongues? Can you just chuck it down a little bit?" My wife and her friend Marcia said, "We want a Dick and Jane book. Write us a Dick and Jane book with pictures. Make it something that lay people can understand." And so I took up that challenge. I got some friends together, and we decided to put together kind of, it's a cross between a graphic novel on the one hand and a science, an introduction to contemporary science and open theology on the other. And it's a very unusual, quirky kind of a book. But in it, I try to show that quantum physics, non-equilibrium thermodynamics, chaos theory, complexity theory, how they all are pointing towards an open future, a world that's indeterministic. It's very different than a Newtonian world. It's a world where spontaneity and creativity and artistry have a role, and chance has a role, where free will has a role. And so I paint a picture of God who is over this world, but not meticulously controlling this world. And we get into the problem of evil and all that stuff. But all these branches of science are pointing in this direction. And I try to make it into a Dick and Jane kind of thing, make it as simple as possible.